Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Crew podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with another film review. Today, we are going to take a look at Banger. This is a Netflix film. IMDb gave it a 4.8. That is really high.
That's very high.
That's really
That's very
high,
high.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta do
So,
the all right. Okay,
okay.
listen, you and I are both DJs and
Been
both
DJing,
producers, right?
been doing that for like
For a
decades.
long time, right?
Yes.
I've been in studio with very, very, very famous people. I've ghost
Ditto
produced
here.
stuff. I've been around things, right? This movie's absurd, man. Like, this is not how any of this stuff works.
No.
And I feel like for you to have a lot of real producers and DJs just be doing guest spots on this movie, at least ask them like, "Hey, what do you think about this? Do you guys really do this like this? Like this is absurd." Everything they're doing, and as far as the music part of this thing, was garbage.
Yeah.
The DJ part of this thing was garbage.
Oh, they
So
weren't
I'm like, okay,
DJing.
well,
The DJs were
yeah,
not
yeah. So
DJing.
they're not DJing. Like, they're not even
Yeah.
close to DJing. So like I gotta take it whenever I see a DJ on a movie or TV show, I just take my mind and like, this is
Right.
nonsense. That thing's not even plugged in. So like, I just move away from the DJ, move away from the producing part of this movie. The actual plot of this movie is absurd. That Serbian gangsters want you to produce a song for what? What's the point of them making the song? It never connected.
Right.
There's no reason for them to make it.
I'm
This is so dumb.
I'm trying to figure out, and we were saying this on offline. I was just like, okay, like honestly speaking, I mean, you can go to like IMDb, Rotten Tomato, just
Yeah.
go to the interweb and like find out what this movie is about. They'll give you a description in
Mhm.
terms of what this movie is about. Honestly
It's not about
speaking,
that.
I don't know what this
It's not.
movie is about, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, because it was just, it felt like, I mean, they were like, I was thinking it was going to be a DJ movie, but it isn't. And then, the banger is
It's
just like,
not.
it was just like, maybe this is a joint about like, just a DJ producer just constantly making bangers. And like, it wasn't a
The
DJ movie,
music,
right?
it's not about okay, it's not about DJing, it's not
No,
about producing,
no,
it's not about music,
no,
it's not about the nightclubs or the
no,
nightlife
none,
or the things you gotta
nada.
go through with being a
Mm-mm,
DJ. It's not about any of that stuff.
no,
It's a movie about a father and daughter, and he steals her song. That's the
that's it.
movie.
Right. And that wasn't even like a
Trash.
right in the song, right. That wasn't even a large part of the movie either. He was just okay.
But
So
like
the description is, let me read the description here, yo. The description
okay, yeah,
is
go
when an
ahead.
intelligent agent offers a washed up DJ the opportunity to take down his young rival, he sees,
Mhm,
I don't have my glasses on, he sees it as a chance to return to the top with
mhm.
a banger, hence the name Banger, right?
That's
And
it.
and
He didn't it
we
wasn't
use
for the
that name all
charts,
the
it
time,
wasn't for a thing.
right? We use
Yeah,
that
but
name
say,
all the
but he
time in the
wasn't for the
industry.
charts, the music.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't a thing. They
right.
didn't
He
do
was
it for
trying to
that.
create a
He did it for a
banger.
fashion show.
He was trying to create a banger for a bunch of Serbian mobs to play at a fashion show. That is
Background music.
it.
So here's the point, because
Mhm,
I've DJed fashion shows before.
mhm.
It was background
Your
music for a
background, that's
fashion
it.
show.
Yeah.
Background music.
I love
That's the key
DJing
part of
fashion
this.
shows too because it's not too
Oh, it's
loud.
fun.
It's
It's
as
a
fun
lot of
as
fun.
anything,
I
right?
have a ball doing it.
Mhm.
But like, it's background music. It's not a club banger or a song for the radio or
No.
it's gonna turn a hit because Alicia Keys is gonna sing on it or Justin Bieber or somebody. Like, this is not for any of that. It's background music.
Mhm.
They went all this stuff to make background music. That no one's really background music, you're not supposed to notice it. It's supposed to blend away and you forget this even here on. It's just
You
so it's
know,
not awkward.
the most authentic thing about this movie, it was only
Mhm.
one thing, was when when he went into his recording studio. That was the only authentic thing about. I'm like, oh, that
Yeah,
belongs to
studio look
someone.
good.
Yeah,
The
that
studio
belongs
look
to
good.
someone. Yeah, that looked like a real studio, right? But yeah, I'm like, look,
Mhm.
watching the film, and I'm actually cracking up watching the film. I'm just like, this is dumb. This is goofy, right? I'm just like, what is this about? I'm like, okay, I didn't even know. Like, first of all, as I was watching the
Mhm.
movie, I didn't
Yeah.
even know that the intelligence officer was using him to take down the Serbs, but to also take down like the younger DJ. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that, dude.
It was weird, man. It
Yeah.
was dumb.
I'm just like, what is this about? Is this and the DJ was like, I mean, oh, and the other thing is this because I'm actually doing
Mhm.
live streaming DJing, and one
Yeah.
of the things these washed up DJs were doing, they were
Yeah, I
live
left
they
him
were
at that.
live streaming, and I was just like, oh my goodness, this is
Yeah,
not a good look, yo.
yeah.
This is not a good look because a lot of like older DJs we're saying like, yo, you know what?
Yeah,
We don't want to go
they're on
out.
Twitch right now.
Well, yeah, we don't want to go out. We want to do this stuff in our crib, right? So it's just like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
washed. I don't. To call them a washed up DJ. I don't think.
That's the other part, like,
It's
he's
a
not
lot that
technically
has to be.
washed up.
Yeah,
He still
right.
has a condo. He's downtown. Where
He
is
has
his
a
residence?
residency somewhere. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
He's in France, right? It's
Yeah.
France?
Hmm.
He's downtown Paris with the condo.
Right.
He's not washed up.
Yeah.
You can't be washed up and be and have that.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of washed up still.
Exactly.
And he's still getting gigs. You're paying him to do gigs.
Right.
Washed up is no one's called me for 5 months. That's washed up.
Yeah.
If
Hmm.
you're working currently, but you don't have a hit song on the radio, that's your fault because you don't make any music. That's not washed up.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of washed up.
Yeah, this is man, again, this movie is not about DJing. It's not about an
It's
intelligent
not.
officer. It's not about like mobsters. It's not about a young DJ
It's,
who is better
it's
than the
dumb.
older DJ because the younger DJ sucked. And the
Mhm.
music in this joint just completely sucked, dude. I
Music
mean, come
bad,
on.
G. Okay, how do you have people like Justice and this stuff do cameos in your movie, and you don't be like, "Hey, you guys get any demos like we used for this movie?
Yeah.
Any music that we could use?"
Hmm.
Because the music was garbage. Like
Yep.
the whole movie, whoever did the soundtrack and the music that's in the actual movie was terrible.
Hmm.
It was lifeless. Like there was no soul to it. There's no bottom to it. It didn't have anything. I'm like, you have famous people that are doing cameos in this movie. Ask them for some music. Tell
Yeah.
them, yo, we're gonna give you a kickback from Netflix. Just give us something.
This is
Done.
listen, it was the other thing is like the younger DJ. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, he's supposed to be the new hotness. I'm like, where's if he's the new hotness in the movie, you should have at least showed us a routine this guy has on the decks, you know,
Something, man.
something,
Something.
just like, okay, this guy is rocking out this way, he spins this way. He's
Look at the people's response.
right,
Like
or
I'll give before you go.
mhm,
The response to this guy
mhm,
was not because he was DJing, it's because he said his name. And
that's it.
everyone's like, yay, the
Vast
DJ's
tech.
here. That's how they
Vast
did.
tech,
But he
for
wasn't because he
real.
was like, oh, he did this crazy mix or this beat that no one
Yeah.
heard before, like a
Mhm,
boiler room or whatever. It was such a it was nonsensical because that's not how that works.
yeah.
Because also, this guy would be if he's supposed to be new hotness, he'd be doing a festival or something like that. He would
Yeah.
do a club with
Mhm.
maybe 150 people in there,
Right,
200 people
exactly.
at
Wearing
best.
like,
That's
exactly.
not that sneaker club. That sneaker. Why would you have this many DJs in a club like that?
Yeah.
There's a row full of DJs on the wall. What do you mean? They all got guest rooms. None of that made any sense. I'm
It
like, at least listen. This movie bothered me. At least talk to a DJ and be like, hey, how would we do this?
yeah.
Because it didn't seem like they talked to anybody. Honestly,
This
that's
is
the thing I gathered.
yeah. Well, I don't know what genre was this. I don't know if it's like a thriller, suspense, whatever. It wasn't any of that,
Ah, oh,
Um
it's
it
joke
was
comedy.
it was maybe comedy. It wasn't a DJ movie. I've never seen a really great DJ movie, by the way. You?
I know, no. I don't
Yeah.
think one's never been made.
I mean,
I'll go on record and say that.
Babylon Central is probably the closest
Mhm.
thing that's a real DJ movie. It's actually a movie that was created by Thievery Corporation. I was telling you about that, and it's about a
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
here. One of the DJs here in the DMV. He actually played the lead. He's actually a real actor. So that's pretty
Mhm.
interesting because you know just a person who lives here in the DC area, the DMV, you see all the like
Mhm.
landmarks and everything else, and you see that they're rocking out in the 18th
Yeah, to
Street
get the
Lounge and
culture or
everything.
whatever,
Yeah,
like something.
exactly, right. But this joint here, I'm just like, okay, why not use? real DJs. You're in Paris. It's like a bunch of DJs in Paris, like
There's a
real
bunch of DJs
DJs,
in there,
right?
producers and DJs.
Dude, you could have
There,
used
there.
David Guetta, because you weren't playing anything anyway, right? So it was just like, and you know how he likes to sometimes play like he's playing, but he really isn't playing. You could have used
Yeah,
David Guetta on this joint. I mean, like, yo, I'm not saying anything that's not true. One time he was playing and then something screwed up, and then it was just like the mix
we gonna
screwed
leave it like
up.
that. Like,
Yeah.
yes, we gonna leave it like that.
For real, it was just like he was a what happened, dude? It's just, oh, you weren't playing and whatnot. And they were like looking at the
Yeah.
CDJ. They were like, dude, the CDJ isn't even on. It wasn't even on, for real.
Man, it's a mess.
It's a
It's a
mess. But this
mess.
joint here, man, I don't like.
Mm.
How much do you think this joint costs? Because it looked like it was only filmed in two places: the apartment and the
Basically,
club.
I think the budget was 0. Like, you have to pay for one actor. I don't know. I couldn't recognize anybody else, like, outside the
No,
producers that were there.
yeah,
But, like, I couldn't recognize it, so I don't think they really had a budget for anything.
right, yeah.
I didn't see anybody else that I recognize.
I didn't recognize anyone, dude. Well, the bald Serbian guy, I've seen him like in some stuff too, playing like a brute, a tough
Okay.
guy. I think I've seen him, but I haven't seen any. I didn't recognize anyone in this joint show, and I
O
was watching it.
outside of Scorpex, I
Yeah,
like him, he's a great actor, I do
yeah.
like him, but, like,
Scorpex is
outside of Scorpex, I haven't seen anybody else,
yeah,
and
Vincent
I don't know who
Cassell.
they are.
Yeah, Vincent Cassell. Vincent Cassell, yo, he's been in some stuff, dude. I didn't even know this, but I was like, yo, I've seen this guy before. So he was in Black Swan with Natalie Portman, and I'm like, oh, that
Yeah, that's a
guy.
great movie. Dude, I like you as an actor, I think you're a good guy. Why would you get suckered into making this movie? Like,
Oh my
why?
goodness, this joint completely.
I would have been like, "Let me see that script." "Ah, no, I'm good." "Word, I'm good."
Listen, man.
Go walk around buck naked in the pool hall, I'm good, man. We're
This
alright. We're gonna
Listen,
pass on
we're
this
gonna
one.
wrap this up because I have a rating for this movie, and I think it's gonna be a first in a while. Keo, we are talking about Banger. This is available on Netflix. What are you going to rate Banger?
I give Banger a 1. It has no redeeming factors.
None.
None. There's nothing about it because like, you can see there's certain movies that's about DJ, but the music is good. Like the soundtrack's phenomenal,
Yeah.
or like it gets you a good a view of what it's like to DJ in a club or whatever. Nope, everything's magical, fantastical. This is nonsense. All this is
Goofy.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Music was trash, and the movie's nonsense. It's a 1 for me. I am out. I'm out, dog. It's a 1 for me. It's
Done,
no.
done. Dude, I'm giving this joint a 1. This is my second one. Do you know
Mhm.
what my first one was?
Wait, what
Cosmic
was it?
Sin.
What was it?
Cosmic Sin.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Cosmic Sin,
That's it.
dude. This
That's
is
totally
my
fair.
second
Yeah.
one since we've been doing the Behind the Groove podcast. I do believe
Mhm,
that this is my second one. The first one was Cosmic Sin, which was goofy,
mhm.
and Banger, which is goofy. I don't have anything to say
Yeah.
about this joint, right? The only reason I'm giving it a 1 is because our scale is 1 to 10. If it was
Yes.
0 to 10,
It's as
I
low as it
may
can
give it
go,
a
man. It's a
0.
limbo
So I'm
right
giving
here.
it a 1. This joint sucks.
Yeah.
There's no redeeming qualities about this. If you want to waste an hour and a half, it was just an hour and a half, so you got to give it to them for that. It was a short movie. But yo, if you
Not
want to
short
waste
enough.
yeah, exactly. If you want to waste an hour and a half of watching something about nothing, go right ahead because this joint sucks. We are talking
Just the
about
part that bothered me,
what?
because why not get into the culture of the nightlife in Paris, like that kind of thing?
Which is
That would have been
big.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like what it's like to DJ downtown, and I got mobsters chasing me. Like something. Like
Mhm.
just give us something.
They,
Nothing. They didn't do
they
any of that.
they screwed up. They try to blend DJing with like mobster stuff, which is like such a stupid combination. It's just like, well, like, come on, stop it
It's
with this.
ridiculous.
This is dumb, man.
Yeah.
We are talking about Banger. It's available on Netflix. Go check it out. Well,
Or
there you
don't.
have it. Or don't. You know what? Let's say don't check it out because it
Don't
sucks.
check it out. It's trash.
It's trash. Well, there you have it. Thanks for checking out another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
All right.